Hi, everybody. It's Miss Verbanic. Okay, so this is going to be the second math lesson for this week, for week 2. We've been talking a lot about one more or one less, and we've been kind of looking and counting the objects to basically decide which one has one more or one less. So we've been pairing them up, and if one has one extra, we know that one has one more, okay? So today I'm going to see if we can visualize some of those objects. So I'm just going to give you 2 numbers. So it's going to get a little bit more difficult, okay? So right now I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so remember this is our second lesson for the week. Again, if you're having trouble with the counting piece, then maybe we can go back a couple lessons too and just practice the counting. So my learning goal for today is I can visualize and I can compare sets of objects, okay? So what I have circled is I have a 1, remember this is our number 1, and I have it circled. And I have a number 3 over here, right? Now if I was just looking at these, I can compare them, right? So would you rather have 1 cookie or 3 cookies? Okay, so that's kind of what it's asking. It's asking you to compare which one is more, which one is less. So I know off the top of my head that 1 just means what? It just means 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw, see if I can get it on here. I'm going to draw, here are my little pretend cookies. So here's 1. This is kind of like what was going on in my head. And here's 3. Here's my 3 cookies. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Which one of these sets has more? Which one is more? 1 or 3? Good. 3. 3 would be more, right? So I'll put a little more right there. Okay. I would rather have 3 cookies. I'm not saying how much more at this point. I just want to know that that group has more. Which group has less? So less is a smaller amount. Which one has less? Good, the 1 that has less. Again, I'm not going to worry about how much less, but I'm going to say this one has less. So when I'm looking at these, friends, I want to make sure. So I'm going to visualize in my head maybe like what 2 looks like. What does 5 look like? I know it's kind of a hard concept. So if you need to draw out your circles, then that works too. So if I didn't know what that number kind of looked like, I would draw it out to make sure, or draw a number line. That can help you as well, right? Okay. Says use your strategies in cubes to count and compare sets. Okay. So it says in this direction, so this should be on your packet. Draw a tower with more cubes. Okay. So first, let's decide how many cubes we already have, okay? So let's look at this tower right here. Let's count together how many we have. Ready? 1, 2, 3, okay? So this one has 3, okay? Now it's telling me that I need to draw something more than 3, okay? So if at home, if you have your cubes, I would make a set of 3 and then make another tower that's slightly bigger, okay? Right now I don't have any cubes, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw them for you, okay? So I'll make a little square. All right, and we'll do it that way, okay? So here are my cubes. Try to make them almost the same size. So 1, 2, this doesn't, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to move them around a little bit. Okay, so here we go. This is matching that one. Stack them up. matching exactly, but you'll kind of get the gist. Okay, so there we go. I made my tower, okay? So my tower is showing more. I can see that physically because it's literally one more cube is stacked on top, right? This one is taller than this one. This one is taller than this one, okay? So this one has 3. Let's count the amount of cubes in this one, okay? All right, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness. Okay, so there is 4, okay? So I want to decide which one is more. Which one is taller? Which one is bigger? Good. My stack that had 4, okay? So I could say that 4, remember down and over, down some more, is more than, how many was this? Good, it was 3. So 4 is more than 3, okay? All right, I know it's kind of getting a little tricky, okay? All right, actually I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna duplicate this one. Do that a couple times. Okay. So our next one's going to do the same thing, okay? Let me just get a couple more of these ready. Okay, we've got a couple ready. It says, draw a train with fewer cubes. What does fewer mean? Remember in the other slide I showed you, whoops, less, that's another word for what? Fewer, okay? So if something has less, it also means it has fewer, okay? Would I rather have 3 cookies or 1? I'd rather have 3 because there's more. There is fewer cookies over here, okay? All right, so it says draw a train with fewer cubes. Okay, so right now, let's see how many cubes I actually have right now. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right now, I have 5 cubes. It's telling me that I need to make a train that has less or fewer, okay? So I need to find a smaller amount, okay? If I was looking at my number line, I'm just gonna draw a quick number line, okay? So here's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? So right now, I have 5 cubes. I'm gonna put a little spot right there. I wanna find something that's smaller than 5, okay? So let's line up our cubes down here. So there's that one, that one, that one. I could stop there, couldn't I? Are my black cubes less or fewer than these 5 cubes? Yes, because it's smaller, right? Okay, so you know what? I'm going to go with that number. Let's count to see how much we have in our shorter train. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. So that number is 3. Okay, and if we look on our number line, look, 3 is fewer than 5. Okay, because 3 comes before 5. I have 3 blocks here that make up my train and 5 here. So 5 is more and 3 is fewer. All right, let's read our thing. Draw a train with fewer cubes. Okay, so let's write it in. 3 is less than, how many did we say? 5. 3 is less than 5. Okay, All right. Okay. Very quickly. So I'm not going to do that last one. This last one I want you to do on your own. Okay. So again, it's just saying draw a tower with more cubes. So it's exactly like the first one that we did. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to use your cubes at home, count how many you have here, duplicate that with your cubes at home, and then just keep stacking a couple more. Okay. All right, looking at day 10. So try to visualize the numbers and decide which is more or less. So again, we're going to use our brain to think about, what does this really look like? What would 3 look like? What would 5 look like? Okay. So it says visualize the number in set A, which is right here, and set B. Write the number in the sentences. Okay. So what number is this that they're showing us in set A? What do you think? 3, good. Okay, so that's our number 3. And if you can't really visualize it yet, let's draw it, okay? That might be the easiest thing to do right now. Okay, so I'm going to draw 3 circles. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So if you were able to visualize it or think about it in your brain, it should have looked something like this, okay? Over here, what number is set B? It is 5. Remember the 5? The B goes down and around the hive, we top it off to make a 5, okay? So let's draw 5 circles here. 2, 3, 4, 5, okay? All right, so it's saying we have to figure out which is more and which is less. Now, if we were going to compare them, what could we do? We could put them next to each other, couldn't we? All right, so let's do that right now. And I'm actually going to change the color. You can do that for these ones. There we go. So we can compare it a little bit better. All right, so here's my first group of set A. And the black ones are going to be set B. Okay, so which one is more? The black ones, and that was set B. Okay, so we could say that what? 5 is more than how many? How many was in set A? Let's count again. 1, 2, 3. So 5 is more than 3. Okay, and if we're looking down at this one, which one is less or which one has fewer? Remember, less is smaller. Which one of these is the smaller amount? Good, it's the blue ones or set A. So I could say that 3 is less than how many were right here? Do we remember? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? All right. Okay, so I'm going to stop there today. Again, what I want you to do at home is just take your cubes and I want you to compare different stacks and decide in your brain what it looks like and decide if which one is more, which one is less or has fewer, okay? And you could play a game maybe with your parents and just have them quiz you which one is more, which one is less. You could also practice doing one more, so adding one more cube or one less, okay? All right, I hope you guys have a good night. Okay, bye-bye.